beautiful location, a balmy afternoon. The clever girls here already got the spot right near the door where the air's coming through, but we do have beautiful circulation of air from some amazing products at the back. We're going to be doing a little bit of a discussion before we kick off with the events tonight. So I want to welcome you to this very special occasion, the launch of Acerpure in Australia with some amazing products. My name is James Treble. I'll be your MC this evening. Some of you might know my face. I've worked in the TV space for a little while, a few different TV shows. I'm actually filming this morning for a show that's already gone to air that launched on Saturday called Renovate or Rebuild, and it's all about sustainability and recycling and understanding where things come from. We're going to be touching on that because this is a brand that includes that, which got me excited and part of why I was happy to be here tonight. We are going to be kicking off with some presenting and some discussion on items so that you know what you're walking into and what we're all about this evening. This is not a presentation, this is not a super staunch launch. This is something that's designed to be quite fun, quite enjoyable, interactive. This is one of the events where we might make you clean the floor, but only a little part of it very quickly. I have the benefit of working in the design space, but I am a practicing interior designer. So behind all of my amazingly bad jokes and my dad's sense of humour, we have two kids. Our daughter cringes when I speak. I was just speaking with Arnold about it. There's a serious side to what I do, and working with clients, creating homes, turning houses that are built by a builder into a home. And there's lots of items that people are looking for in their homes these days, the consumers, and what we call home and the items that we choose to put in our home. And we're going to be touching on that as well this evening. The idea to have a beautiful new home also is about incorporating technology. So technology is an interesting word. Sometimes it scares us a little bit. We see robotics coming, we see great advancements. But I think for me and for my clients, the homes that I work with, which is sort of mid to high-end residential, it's that incorporation of technology to be able to be integrated in the home in a seamless way. I like things that look good and that are easy to use. I'm seeing smiles, so I've got a few of my kind in the room. Tonight is a milestone for Acer in Australia to unveil the Acerpure product to the local market. There's a great lineup of innovative and seriously smart home appliances, from air purifiers, air circulators, it's a nice word to be able to be used, especially inside the home, and vacuum cleaners, all on display, and we're going to be demonstrating these tonight, so that's going to be the interactive part. We also have a sneak peek at some exciting pipeline products that are going to be coming out later in the year. We might be touching on this with Gaba. Some of them have been launched overseas already because this is a massive global brand. And we're going to be looking at some of them. Some of them are on show. We're looking at beauty products, air fryers. I like that it's see-through. I like to see my food cooking, Gaba, when I can look inside. And also some new generation air purifiers, as if the products can get any better. So there's definitely a great lineup and a very busy time ahead for the Acerpure crowd. I've also got a lovely lady there, Diana, I know, who has been working like a crazy lady. Behind every great man, there's a great lady doing all the work, they say. Is that what they say? The home is a sanctuary. It's a space that we want to come home to be able to escape to. It's befitting that the launch tonight is actually located inside somebody's home. This amazing space, which I'd gladly move into. I think it's a great merging between work and home space. It's great, it's befitting. It's almost remiss to be able to launch products inside a clinical factory or a showroom. I think it's great that we have it here in the home space because after all, it's the home styling products that we're wanting to integrate and launch this evening. We also want to invest. This is a key word. So I talk to clients. I've been working with clients Monday, Tuesday, filming today and tomorrow. So I get to juggle what I do in my life. But we talk to clients at the moment, the difference between spending and investing. It is a difference. When you're building a new home or you're creating your space, you'll be spending money, but you want to invest in quality products. You want to know where they come from, what they're made from, and how they work for you, and hopefully tick the boxes that work in your particular space, your family, your dynamics, how you choose to live, because we are all quite unique. We want to complement our interiors, so we want good looking items. For me, I use the analogy, the girls all get this, some of the guys get it. I want the shoes to look amazing, right? But if you can't dance in them, let alone walk in them, I'm not going to take you out tonight because I like to dance. So products have to be good looking before I consider them to also be practical and great to use. And I've been having a little bit of a play over there, and we will be interacting with these products, as I said, so you'll be able to see that we've got good looking products, great smart technology that's included within these products, but also tactile and easy to use. And I think that that's important. We're going to be having a bit of a chat with two specialists from the Acer brand in a moment. Diana's worried that I'm going to make her sing or work really hard. Before I do so, I'd like to cover off some quick housekeeping rules. I do encourage you all to post and take photos and share this event tonight. It is exciting to be launching something new within this space. I love what I get to do. I actually get incredibly excited if I go to the launch of a new handle or a new product or a new surface. So to be here tonight, for me to see new products is quite sincerely exciting. We do have some hashtags for you, and they would have been included within the booklets that you arrived with when you were given when you walked in. So at Acer ANZ is the tag, and then there's the hashtags Acerpure and Smart Life. I like if I can put smart and life in the same sentence. Sometimes I can't. The bathrooms, we've got two of them here, so they're just up the stairs. On your right-hand side is the first one, and then up through the bedroom, there's another bathroom. They're quite beautiful. Sandra, my partner, and I go to every restaurant, every cafe. We always check out the bathrooms because I think it's great for inspiration. So we always go with the photo camera, turn off the sun, put it on silent to take photos. It's quite awkward. Tonight is interactive. So you will be engaging with products, you'll be touching, feeling, and I think that that makes it a little bit of fun as well. I think if you engage in something, perhaps you understand how it operates. Plus, it makes an event a little bit more fun. The final bit of information that I'd like to pose to you is, in the case of an emergency, the exit is the same door that you came through. I usually ask people to grab somebody good looking and take them out with you. So please do that. It's usually not me. And also maybe grab one of the great items if you go at the same time. I do make a joke of this, but we have the amazing team from Dialogue here to help us in case something happens. So thank you very much. We've kicked off already. Now I would like to ask two special people to join me up here on the stools. We don't have a stage, but we sort of do. I'm the Leo, so wherever I'm standing is the stage. Gaba Cheng and Diana Cheng, please come on down. Please put your hands together. Gaba, how are you?
Fine.
You're fine? Very good. Diana, how are you? You've been working hard this for quite a few weeks, I'd expect, or probably months in the months. A lot of planning to get into this stage. Gaba Cheng is the Managing Director of Acer Oceanic Region. You must cover a large space.
Basically Australia and New Zealand.
Yes.
And all the little islands.
The little islands. Some of them are getting bigger. I always talk about that little island off the coast of Australia, New Zealand. Some people live there, they come to Bondi when they come to Australia. And Diana Cheng, well, nobody knows the product lineup better than you, I'm told. Gaba might put you to the test. Diana's been working really hard. What I love is your title. You are the Acerpure Product Manager, ACA, otherwise known as Product Expert. It might have been simplified for the Australian market. We like that. Great Australian Desert, Sydney Harbour Bridge. We like things very simple for all of us. You also would be aware that you have been working incredibly hard, and Gaba knows that. Congratulations to both of you, and thank you for joining us this evening. We're going to just have a little bit of a chat about the process and what happened. For me, Acerpure is a great example of brand evolving. We know the logo. I know the Acer logo. I've seen it for many years. I know when I was studying, I can see it on laptops. I know the little logo. It's about how brands evolve, and we'll be touching on how this happened and how it came about to be able to go into this space. But in a space now, in the world where we are evolving health and technology together, I'm interested if you can tell us how this melding happened with the products and the brand, and how Acerpure came about.
First of all, thank you, James, for doing a fantastic introduction to make sure everyone's happy and being warm up.
Yep.
Yes. On behalf of Acer team, let's say thank you very much for everyone tuning up for this evening. Tonight is the night for the official launch of Acerpure in Australia. Thank you.
Very good.
And we also have to thank you, overseas guest coming from the Acer Global to help us and support us, which is Leo. Thank you, Leo, for supporting us. Just coming back to the question, I think Acerpure come along in early 2020. That is exactly where after the COVID-19 outbreak. Acerpure was originally Acer purification products, purely concentrated and focused on Taiwan's market because they try to help and prevent infection spreading across
from COVID,
helping the community.
So you're not as loud as I am.
We're trying.
No, but I have a twin brother and he still doesn't succeed.
Thank you. So after that, it was supposed to be only carrying the purification product line in the Taiwanese market. But all of a sudden, we found out the expansion of the product line is going to the cooling and the cleaning items, which is very suitable for a lot of markets, not just in Taiwan. So that's where it started. So in the last 3 years, actually, it has been very successfully deployed in more than 10 international countries, such as France, Hungary, Switzerland, England, India, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Philippines, and now, of course, in Australia, which is great.
It must have been a very interesting thing for Acer, which is obviously so technologically driven, you know, computers, and you were there really from the dawn of the industry. It's changed so much. I was one of those people who the computer arrived in high school. We had to learn how to do it before any program, so it was a different animal. To be able to then modify all of this knowledge and then turn it into the beautiful products, a lifestyle, it must have been a massive change for the corporate business, for the identity of the brand, and a lot of experts coming in to understand how can we use this knowledge and put it into products that are going to be used within the home.
Yeah, sure. But Acer is coming from a very multi-international global company on PC products, and everybody knows Acer from their laptops, desktop, and monitors.
Yeah.
And it is a guaranteed success of providing high efficiency and high quality of the product, doing the right technology innovation. So everybody have a bit of experience. So why not taking the experience, expertise, and knowledge and put it into a category like a home appliance? This is what we want to achieve.
It's very interesting that as a response to COVID, you looked at creating a purifying product because it was a scary time. We sort of forget what happened and how we were washing everything and wiping everything down. We didn't know. It was a new thing for us. And then it's now turned into something quite beautiful, and the range is changing. Many businesses looked at their brand and really used that scary moment in time to pivot, stop, take a look at how we operate our businesses. What are we doing? Why are we doing it? It was a very important time, and I think it's exciting that the brand got to use this time to really change and open up a whole new wing for the business away from computers. Like, it is a big leap, even though there's so much technology in the products.
Absolutely, but I think I need to mention about the Acerpure mission. I think this is very important to share and understand. The mission actually is to improve the quality of life of our user and consumer. It's not really just, creating a product and trying to sell a product. It's not that it's all about. So it's really improving the quality of life.
The establishment of the technology is important, but the home appliance category, you obviously started with the purifiers, but now you're starting to branch into other things. Is this because, I'm only imagining, I think I'm a creative, so if you get creatives in a room with technology, we start with your brief, and then we start to go, what if? Like, it's a creative process that's it's exciting for the brand to see all of the opportunities once you almost open the door. It's like an avalanche coming down, isn't it? Something new.
Yeah, sure. I think this is the right approach and the same approach that we are looking into the near future. So if we are talking about a future product perspective, I know this is the question that's going to come. Right, so apart from the air purifier, the circulator, and the vacuum cleaner, we are looking into different aspects such as cooking and kitchen home appliance, or maybe some beauty products along the pipeline. So this is something that we want to bring into the Australian market, and there will be some pipeline products sitting around today.
Yeah.
So our guests can come and play around and ask some questions and touch and feel what is it all about.
I can see some of the items I already commented on the air fryer because we've had one and it was so tiny, one of the first generation. So I've already got my eye on your one because I can see inside and I like to be out. There's something primeval. Maybe it's just a bloke thing. We go, we like to watch our food being cooked. I'm not sure. Does it work for you girls as well? You don't care, you walk away. You just want it to bing when it's ready. Yeah? Yeah? I like to be able to look inside. As far as being able to launch with these specific products, you've got air purifiers, air circulators and vacuum cleaner. Vacuum cleaner is an important thing in our homes for surfaces. It's obviously an important thing to clean our homes. During COVID, we were all of a sudden locked inside our homes. We started to look around. I ended up with a lot of design work because most of our homes were ugly and we all thought, oh my gosh, I'm stuck looking at this ugly space, how do I change it? But we're also looking about having spaces that were clean and that were important to be able to look after, so it is great. I want to touch on something, Gaba, that I'm an interior designer, so I work in the space with clients. There's a word that I use that I sometimes avoid, and the word is trend. So for me, trends is an interesting word because it means something's trendy now, but maybe that other thing isn't anymore. But when I'm dealing with clients, I need to be able to keep track of items that are coming in. I also work in the space where I'm a presenter on TV shows. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm running the main stage for Sydney Home Show, working with mums and dads who just want a good looking home. How do they get it? They maybe don't have the budget to employ an expert and they want to know. But there's certain trends or styles that I see coming through that aren't just about the finishes or the colours. For me, sustainability is a big thing that I notice my clients speaking about much more now in the last few years. I've had my own studio now for 25 years. Upcycling is really important, where things come from and what they're made from, the materiality. Downsizing. Yep. Australia has some of the largest homes in the world. We all know that. Our houses are massive. But people sometimes are going the opposite way now. We want to live with less and maybe better quality items. The conscious decisions of what we put in our home and how does it positively impact my life and well-being. So with those sort of, they're quite conceptual but they're important. Can you see a similarity or a synergy with the Acer model with those sort of ideas?
I think when you're talking about the trend, we can see a few things. It's almost identical to what you just described. The technology and the technology and the healthy aspect is equally important these days. You can't just sell a product which is just focusing on purely healthy aspect, or you cannot just sell on the apps which is trying to push a product it will be able to sell. I think we need a balance in between the two to ensure the consumer can enjoy both sides of the business. And also as a consumer, you tend to seek for some product which is having some sustainability material. All right? And definitely going to look into how to reduce a carbon footprint. They may be interested because in the past they did not be part of the focus. But now these days, people are very conscious because by doing that, they think this is the brand and the product is also reflect their value, their own value. This is very important. And at the end, you're talking about the upcycling thing. It is very important, of course, because the PCR sort of material is going to impact the environment and also reduce the waste. So all of these things are very important designing factors for the end user to think about which way should they choose and which way should they think. And the last thing that you mentioned about James is amazing. Because the house market is very big in Australia, the house is very big, but a lot of the younger generation or newer generation, because of demographic or lifestyle, they choose to live in apartments or because of different factors. So we need to have some product which right design the features and benefit to fit into those customer category. So we are right on this one.
I have a 19-year-old and an 18-year-old who talk about interest rates. So I don't think I spoke about interest rates when I was 18 or 19. We didn't really worry about it. Now, I want to let you both know, before I enter into any relationship or work with any brand, I do a bit of homework. I've checked you out, right? I've done some Googling on an Acer computer. I do get asked to attend events. I've worked with Kate and the Dialogue PR team on different things. But for me, I am quite sincere. I want to know what I'm walking into, what I'm working with, and what I put my own name to. When I used to work on the living room on Channel 10, we were all about upcycling, recycling, and I was picked up by Planet Ark, which is a major brand in Australia, a non-for-profit organisation about sustainability. So I did a little bit of research, and I was quite excited to see that you are committed to sustainability. The Acer brand enlarge your family, and then particularly the arm for this. So I'd like you to sort of touch on that and share this knowledge with everybody. I think for me, having great products, great design, great looking things, particularly a couple of the items, great price point, which is important. But the message behind it is also important for me personally. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I think as a company, Acer has committed into the cautious technology vision, which means all the design and everything made, we are considering about the future as well. It's not today, it's the future. And obviously, we are part of the RE100. That is an initiative that we already committed. So when we are sourcing, we need to be 100% to be renewable electricity by 2035. And as well as we will already must achieve the net zero emission by 2050. Okay. So one of the good examples from Acerpure is a Acerpure Pro Zero product. So it is made by 100% eco-friendly materials in the chassis, in the case, and made from 35% PCR materials as well. So we can demonstrate how much Acer committed into this very serious topic.
You quoted these figures because it was funny. You must have read my notes. Did you look over?
You must copy mine.
There's a couple that I pulled off details when I searched for you. The 20 to 30% consumer recycled plastic, that's for the monitors, which we're not dealing with tonight. But it's the mother brand and it's important. I have researched you. I even know your favourite drink now. Also, the 35% PCR material, so for people who don't know that, the post-consumer recycled materials, this is important because even though it's 35%, once you start to use these products, they're a waste product from something that's already been made. So this is something I'm aware of in my market. You can see I get quite passionate about it. To be able to reuse it, that true source of upcycling it within a new product, for me is very exciting.
That's true.
Now, we all love award winners. We want to go with, I buy this car because it's an award winner. I stay at this hotel because they've won awards. Having a look at this, you do have quite an impressive number of awards. You're smiling like a Cheshire cat. It's very good. You have been launched now as a result of COVID. So the brand of, even though Acer has been around a long time, the brand for Acerpure isn't that old. It's just shy of 5 years, if I'm correct. About 3 years. 3 years. You have quite an impressive number of awards. I have looked through. I know you've got globally awards in Taiwan, in Japan, and in the UK, in the United Kingdom. But what out of the awards, I wonder if you can just highlight or focus on one of them or a few of them if you like, that sort of meant something to you. Sometimes for me, that award from that person or that organisation just seems to mean that little bit more.
Hey James, you will take me 30 minutes to go through that. So I'd like Diana to tell you one or two the most, I think, the most proud of the awards of the awards.
Yeah. See, I can see the pride there because they are quite large brands that you're looking at competing with. I think the Japanese also have a particular way. The home is a sanctuary. There's the way that they live in a home and really have that quiet time in their space. I think we sort of are starting to morph into that more in Australia and understanding the importance of home. I remember I had to write an article many years ago for a magazine, Japanese design and Scandinavian design, and I had to write an article about Japandi. instead of just Scandi. So it was quite a different style. Diana, I want to throw it back onto you. Once you talked about this, understanding the brand, and when you're creating brands as Acer and then you start to create this new arm of the business, many of us in the room run our own businesses. Research, product research, understanding what we're walking into, being prepared, these are all important things. I'm wondering, when you started to do that and you were looking to enter globally and then specifically the Australian market, what did you think about, what research were you looking at, and obviously the health and wellness features of the products, but for you maybe, what is the Australian consumer? How do you see us from the benefits of the product?
So the target audience for Acerpure products are mainly Australian households and families. It's for people who prioritise health and wellness. There's also parents with young kids, we've got elderly, pet owners, and also people who values quality of life, as well as improvements within their household and their living space. In terms of health and wellness, in Australia, there's 1 in 5 people who have hay fever. There's also 1 in 9 people who suffers from asthma as well. With our purifiers, the research of HEPA filter is able to capture pollen particles as well as triggers in the air.
Oh, he's good. He's a good wingman.
To trap all these pollens and triggers into its HEPA filter whilst providing cleaner air into our living space, essentially helping people breathe better as well. Also, the other research was in Australia. Australia is one of the highest pet ownership in the world, one of the countries that really do love their pets. So, with the pet hairs.
Everywhere. On the sofa, on the rug, you're nodding, you have a pet. On the bedspread. On you.
As well as dust and odours, air purifiers and vacuum cleaning products are very important to keep the household clean and healthy. And lastly, most of Australians, or us, 90% of our time is spent inside a building. Yes, correct. So with time spent in building, we often think about the outdoor pollutions, but we don't really give much consideration to the air that we breathe whilst indoors, where we spend most of our time.
I agree. Looking at some of the research, I'm one of the 33%ers. We have a cat, Giacomo, just shy of 6,000 followers on Instagram. I don't know what our cat does, like follow, purr, something like this. But I am an asthmatic, so I've been on the little puffer thing. I grew out of it at about 12 and I actually went back, I had to be on something just before COVID, interestingly enough. And that was quite a scary time, that COVID experience for respiratory and breathing. So without pushing the alarm bells on anyone, it brings it home maybe sometimes when it's something that affects you personally and you look around differently. The point that you made about the living inside, Dana, was really important. When we were young kids, I've got a twin brother, we would get home from school, we'd be sent out, come home when Skippy was on TV, my generation, thank you, and then come home to have dinner. But we were outside all the time. Our kids now, they're inside all the time, they're inside much more, but I found that really an interesting point looking at some of your research, because we concentrate so much on, energy efficient cars and clean energy and all of these things externally.
That's right.
But the amount of dirty bits and pieces, and we've got an expert going to play with things over here, inside our air, the quality of air is utterly important, not just for dust blowing in, but also in brand new homes where there's chemicals that are leaching out of some of the finishes and materials that we put in our home. That's a really important thing.
It's very important, especially with households that have kids and elderly that do care about their medical state.
Every second kid now is allergic to peanut butter. We used to have peanut butter sandwiches at school, can you imagine?
The family, there are more kids, and the pets and the elderly all staying in the same house now.
Yes.
The three things happening, and the kids are playing games.
Yes.
No stopping. That's why all these devices are going to be very helpful.
I'm designing a 6-bedroom house at the moment for a husband and wife who have 2 dogs. They're fur babies, 4 feet. We have to put the flooring finishes. So it's funny that I was speaking to them on Tuesday about this event, because they've got pet hair everywhere. We're not having carpet because of that, but it still goes on the timber floors and the tiles, so it's utterly important. Diana, I'd also like you to briefly give me a rundown on the range and highlight some of the key features perhaps that set you aside in the space.
So Acerpure products actually have integrated technologies which ensures our homes are dirt-free, air is pure and it's breathable. With smart application capabilities, it allows users to control but also monitor via their smartphones. Our range is also eco-friendly, and it's pretty much, I would say that because it's eco-friendly, it also has been engineered with the environment in mind, for energy efficient operations, as well as minimal waste generations. In terms of our purifiers, they all feature HEPA filters, which is key to eliminating airborne particles, dust, as well as other allergens and harmful gases. Along this, there are smart laser sensors, which also, on a smart setting, helps the purifier regulate automatically according to the air quality indoors in our homes. Speaking of air quality, the air circulators as well, they have innovative 3D spiral flows of the air around the room to help keep the air in motion. This actually prevents particle build-ups as well as allergen build-ups. During winter, there's dampness and mould,
Yes.
which are very harmful to a person's health and well-being.
And harmful to the house, the moisture causes mould and damages the product, the
Correct,
materials.
and in addition to particle build-ups, in terms of pet hairs and dust and as well as food crumbs, the Acerpure cordless vacuum cleaner are made for corners to reach
I saw that, the little angled one.
every angle of the house. Being lightweight and portable, it's ideal for people on the go, especially when they're indoors as well as out and about in the car.
I'm wondering, I'm going to check out with one of your experts later because I have this issue with crumbs. I keep finding crumbs of chocolate on my shirt and I'm hoping that we can, I don't know how it happens. Gaba and Diana, I want to thank you so much. We just wanted to understand a little bit about the brand and a little bit about the story of it, so thank you. Please put your hands together for Diana and Gaba. They're going to be here throughout the evening, so we're going to be having a chat.